thanks again. Oh, my goodness, I can't talk today. I've got that going against me big time. I'm having a rough time talking. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 89 Garage. In this episode, we went ahead and cleaned up an old Explorer upper intake that I had, just a spare that I had, and I adapted it so it was a little bit closer to what the Fox body actually needed. The Explorer had more vacuum crap used. I had to cap a lot of stuff off. Those rubber plugs, over time, they just deteriorate. They're not that good, honestly. Silicone is much better. But I don't really care. I want it to look more like it belongs on the Fox body. So enjoy some of what I did. I didn't film it very well, I'll be honest with you. But I'll give you some of the prep I did, and then we'll hop back over here and I'll show you how it turned out. We're going to make this thing better, except the vacuum setup for a Fox body. Take for instance, this here is unneeded, so I'm going to cap that off. I also believe what I'm going to do on this is pull this out, tap that. This is where we would need the charcoal canister to connect to. Oh, there's a PCV valve right there. We can make this here PCV, this brake booster. We'll see. We might just cap that. I pulled this from a 96 or 7. How we know that is as EGR. If you do not have this hole right here, you don't have EGR, by the way. That in 98, they put external EGR on the Explorer, so this port actually comes up and through here. There are a lot of people that don't run EGR. It does not affect the way the car runs at all, so I'm running it anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these hoses, remove this, might get out the pressure washer, I don't know, and make it look pretty. This has been sitting in my spare parts for quite a while, so let's make some use of it. I do have one of these on Frankie already, but I capped a bunch of stuff off instead of using it, and I also left this on here. It'd be nice to have one that's ready to go and just slap it on there, and then whatever from there. Alright, that's pretty dang clean now. So we got two things left to do. I need to cut, well, more than that. I need to cut that off. Hopefully make it look somewhat factory after that's gone. And then I also need to plug off that smaller hole on the back. I need to come up with something for that. And then we'll paint it. Mask everything off that I don't want paint on and give her hell. There it is. It's a satin finish, so I think it turned out okay, I guess. Looks a little bit better to me now that I've got this clear on it, though. That straight aluminum on there just didn't look good to me. This looks a little closer to the factory color. Alright, so there it is. It's pretty much ready to go. I did mention a second ago about scraping the gasket off of it. And I just wanted to show you this thing here. This was incredible. I can't remember even what this is made out of, carbide or something like that, but I started with a razor blade, and then I remembered that I had bought this a few years ago, and it was like scraping off butter at that point. Maybe not quite that easy, but it was pretty dang easy. Okay, this is it here. I didn't film it all, and that's kind of how that turned out. I cut that thing off of there, and you know what? It ain't perfect. I don't care. I just thought that was ugly, so I thought, you know what? I'll spend a couple minutes and just see what I can do, and that's what it is. They all have imperfections in them, and you're never going to make those things look perfect unless you spend way more time on it than I want to. So if you want it to look perfect on yours, have at it, and I commend you for that. Kind of set up here, I got me a light shining down, got us a camera right here, and this here's a Samsung Galaxy S10 I'm going to be using today because the GoPro's outside. This should be pretty straightforward. There are going to be some things that you may or may not have to do that I'm going to do. One of the things is I use bolts right here instead of the stupid studs that are from the factory. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, it kind of makes it nice because you can just take those bolts out and kind of set this off the side. I did take the plate off it already. I started painting it. That's going to be a different episode because I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do with it. We're going to pull this up. I want to say these are halves, these bigger ones. Side note, this is an Explorer 65mm throttle body. This is a stock EGR spacer that has been honed out to roughly 68mm. We're just going to be setting all this stuff off the side, coming straight up with this intake, putting the other one back on. I'm going to guarantee you right now that every one of these gaskets is reusable, so I'm not going to have to worry about buying any gaskets, besides the fact that I probably have all these in the backyard anyway. So anyway, I'm going to start us up here and start working. That's going to be your view. I hope it's good. I'm going to start out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to unhook the positive battery cable. I'm going to start by taking the throttle body, set it off the side, and EGR spacer. Let's see. I don't remember. These half, or what are they? Alright, so we're just going to slide this right here. That's fairly interesting. I wonder how that's getting water in it, because it's not hooked to anything. Weird. I'm not going to worry about it. And that just needs to move. Like from here. Just need a little extension for them. Two on the bottom. Huh. Those two appear to be 9/16. You serious right now? Let's see if my newer one will do better. Yeah, that other one appears to be not so happy anymore. I have 2 1/4-inch impacts. This one's the atomic version, the other one is not. I don't know if there's a difference in the torque on them. right, vacuum lines and we're out. My plan is actually to replace this one. I bought some new line, but I bought 3/8, thinking it was 3/8, and it's actually 5/16. So before we're done, I'm gonna have to make an O'Reilly's trip. I'm gonna just unplug the S here for supply. This is supply in the back of this. Should only be one more line hooked up. PCV, I believe. Huh. Well, we're good to come out. This thing's turned right to freaking plastic. I don't know if I got any more of these. No, I did. Oh, I'm not gonna have to worry about buying any gaskets. All right, never mind on reusing the gasket there. I will definitely have some more of these out back. Okay, I am back, and O'Reilly did not have anything that I needed. Well, neither did AutoZone or Napa. So I wound up ordering that and a Plenum gasket. The Plenum gasket I have has some slight damage to it, but I think it's going to be fine. Right up here, a little bit of damage. I think it's going to be just fine. So if it leaks, wrong way, then we'll fix. Oh, should that be this way? I'd rather. Okay. Just want to eye up where we're going to be at with that spot that I fixed, and it's right here. So when I put this car back together, I was in a hurry, and this is not vacuum hose. It held up, but it is not vacuum hose. So this time I am using some vacuum hose. So I just went off of the length of what I took off. This is much better to use. Sometimes you use what you got when you're trying to get your car started, and that's what we had there. What I'm going to use on this PCV valve to create a space is this stuff made by Loctite. It is meant to like wrap wiring, stuff like that. It is not sticky to the touch, however, it sticks to itself. So that's what I'm going to use, so it doesn't get all sticky inside of this thing. Now, hopefully, yeah, it does spread that out enough to where it's gonna hold. It's gonna hold okay. Sweet. All right, so this here is just gonna get routed like this. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then we have one more hose that goes to here. All right, so I'm going to do a really quick refresh of what we've done. We took this out of that intake and plugged it off. We removed this one right here, and we put this port in right here instead, which is more along the lines of what the Fox body used. And then we removed this one and plugged it. This here is the supply for the vacuum tree right there where it says S. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, throw this thing up on there, and I'll see you on the other camera. Yeah, let's get this thing back together. Oh, crap. Going in. Gasket is just a smidgen off. Probably be better if I go to the other side. find out what these need to be torqued to real quick. Okay, 15 to 20 foot-pounds is what we're looking at. $15. 15. 15. Oops. 15. Yes. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. All right. Chicks dig it. All right. Now, hang this back up here. Start putting this stuff back. All right, so this PCV valve is going to go right here. You guys see that? Going right there on the back of that thing. Just like so. Now we just got to get a hose from right here to here. I think that's heater hose. So we'll use some of this. Slide this straight back on there. Like so. I'm gonna run this around here a little bit. There we go. Now the last thing we gotta do is mess with this junk. And I think to do that, I'm gonna have to actually, well, first, I think to do that, I have to take this out of here all the way. What the hell? Oh, it's still stuck on the bottom. Okay. Put that up there for a second. Okay, looks like I'll just follow where I ran it before, which I think is pretty close to the factory location. And that is back here behind the distributor. Perfect. Oh, this is great because I can get rid of that stupid thing now. This contraption I had to make, which is another product of just wanting to get my car started when I was putting it back together. I'll show it to you. I'm going to take it apart because I got it all. Oh my gosh. We might just wind up cutting this hogwash here. Okay. So this is what I had hooked up, and I'm hoping I don't have to come up with something like that again for this solenoid. I don't think I will. Let's just stretch over that. Oh yeah, just gotta cut it to length. That's fine. Come on. I might need to spit in this thing. Yes, sir. That's what we needed. Nice. We're all set. I think we're good. Now I think we're all the way back together. Except the plenum cover. This is the first time setting it up here. Let's see. Interesting. I don't know if I like it. Probably not. Okay, so the plenum cover, that's going to be a different day. I got no patience for that today. So I'm just going to put all my tools away and we'll start the car, make sure it runs okay, starts okay, all that good jazz. This is what I mean by the rubber rots out on these things and they eventually start leaking. So these are Dorman and they work for a while. These silicone ones, they hold up a little bit better, but they do eventually croak as well. So I like what we've done to get more of a factory feel in here, I guess, is what we're looking for. We're gonna make, I got some, oh my goodness. Can I think today? Just maybe a little bit, probably not. We got some videos coming up where I'm gonna make some things look a little bit better under here. It's not that this thing looks horrible, but I just want it to look a little bit better. Oh my gosh, there's my head. And if we have to, what the hell was I even saying? I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks again. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. I've got that going against me big time. I'm having a rough time talking. The words are not flowing today. So there might be a lot of music in this video. But I shall see you guys next week.